I never lied where I came from. Texas had its place for me. To find a home deep in my soul, I must know the world as a whole.
My name's Carol Coburn, and I am your host of Creative's Cornerstone. We're going to spend the next hour talking to Renee Woodward, who is a transplant here into Austin from parts unknown, but we're going to know by the end of this hour. Say hi, Renee.
Hello, hello.
Hi.
Hi.
So I'm really excited to have you here in Studio One. Oh my gosh. You were on my Friday Night with Care show a while back.
Yes.
Yes.
I enjoyed it so much.
I enjoyed it so much. That's why I'm so excited that you're here today. Thank you. So tell the viewers what kind of music you do.
I'm a songwriter, singer-songwriter. I write sort of old-time country songs. That's what comes out of me. Yeah. I could write a pop song if you want me to, and I have for movies and other things, but just naturally what comes out of me is old-time melodies and
movies and other things.
And movies and other people's records and things like that.
Let's just sprinkle that in here, in the mix. Movies and other things. You also have a skill that is really vanishing, I believe, or maybe I just don't seek it out, but you yodel.
I yodel, yeah.
Yeah, are you going to be yodeling for us today?
Yes, I am.
Yay! I'm so excited.
Yes.
All right, so tell us about Renee. How did you end up in Austin and following this pursuit? I personally know that you have, I'm familiar with your influences as a youth, but share with the viewers.
How I got here.
How you got here and all things.
Yeah, so I was raised in Fort Worth, and my dad is a singer-songwriter, cowboy poet, and his dad, whose guitar this is, my grandfather was a bluegrass player. He played in a band with his brothers, yes, and so I was just kind of brought up around a lot of country music and also top 40. So but when I was 23, I came down here and I decided I wanted to live here and pursue music and just kind of create my own path here, and I did.
So in your early 20s is when you decided to pursue your musical passion, or had you really kind of decided that sooner before you showed up?
It's funny. I haven't talked about that in a long time. I sang with my sister a lot. We were brought up in the Church of Christ, and so no instruments in the church, but we had to use our voices. So we learned how to sing there, and we sang a lot together. But I never thought that I would pursue music. It just didn't seem like it was attainable for me. I don't know why. And when I turned 20, I asked my dad to buy me a guitar for my birthday, and it just switched this light on, and I knew that was what I was supposed to be doing.
Wow, that is awesome.
Yeah, so finally at 23, I was like, I'm going for it.
Very cool. Well, why don't we give the viewers a little taste of what you got going on here?
Okay. So a fun little story about this song. I was inspired. My bluegrass band was asked to play a wedding at Laguna Gloria, and it was at night, and it was just this beautiful, ponds and these strings of lights and these, weeping
Very romantic.
trees. It was so lovely, and little ducks walking around, and she was barefoot, and it was just this lovely, sweet, moment, and it inspired. This is before I met my husband, and I wanted to believe in love so much, and so I wrote this song just to capture that moment. Beneath the southern sky, on the starlit night, let's dance on the moonbeams tonight. Darling, hold me close in the firelight sinking low to the tune of love's dream divine. With your heart on your sleeve, while the willows gently weep, let's dance on the moonbeams tonight. Spinning around the floor as the moon lights our way, and the evening speaks of sweet delight. Your smile so debonair, and the flowers in my hair, the perfect lover's paradise. Yodeling, ooh, yodeling, yodeling, yodel-o. Beneath the southern sky, on this starlit night, let's dance on the moonbeams tonight. And darling, hold me close in the firelight's glow, while the band plays a melody so fine. Fiddler, draw your bow as the moon is sinking low to the tune of love's dream divine. With your heart on your sleeve, while the willows gently weep, let's dance on the moonbeams tonight.
Yodeling makes me giggle. I mean, it's a beautiful love song, and I love. But you know, you start yodeling, it's just like you get a big smile, and oh my God, that is a dying art.
Yeah, I think so too.
I do too. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
So you were inspired by this wedding that you attended. How long did it take you to write that?
I don't, you know, every song is different, and I think this one was probably just a couple days. You know, some of them just like fly out in 5 minutes, and some of them, you know, you're gathering information, and it takes years sometimes to realize that this part goes here or there.
Right,
but yeah, I think this one was a couple of days.
Very nice. Yeah, as it's written, it was obvious you didn't lose the inspiration for it. So that's why I wanted to see if that was, within a week. I was guessing maybe sort of. Very cool. And now you've been in Austin, and how long did it take you to start performing once you were here? You made that decision early in your 20s.
Yeah.
And then what'd you do? You got the guitar and you practiced and you moved here, and then what happened? How long did it take you before you were actually doing gigs?
Yeah. I started going to open mics. I knew maybe just a couple of people here. And my first apartment, I was moving in, and I met Jimmy LaFave, and he became one of my very good friends. Had no idea
Sure.
of his talent, and I popped his CD in, and I was like, oh my God, he's really good. So he told me about a open mic at Chicago House. And that became my home away from home, and that's where I met all of my friends, and we were all just sort of young 20s and growing up in the music community, and it was such a beautiful time. It was a time where all the circles in Austin of music, like jazz and here we go, blues and folk, we all knew each other in some way, and it was this beautiful, like, supportive environment. And yeah, it was just one of the best times of my life.
It's amazing how the universe brings people and situations and scenarios into our lives to help us along the way, you know?
Yeah.
Just to be present in the moment and realize this is it. I think, you know, like I'd love to have a boat. Well, I'm never going to have a boat. I don't live by the water. I have no idea how to drive a boat. I've maybe been 45 years since I've been on a boat. It's never going to happen for me. But if I was sincere about it, I'd be hanging out at the marinas and join the yacht club.
Right.
So, I mean, you come into Austin and really helped launch that.
It did.
And did you know anybody when you moved here?
I knew one person really, and then they in turn like introduced me to a couple of other people. But really, like, I met Jimmy LaFave.
Exactly.
And I had a girlfriend. Her
And
name
there you
was
go.
Charity, and she moved here from Dallas. And we just started going to open mics and
Right.
meeting people. The best of friends, my best friend Casey Crowley and Billy Harvey. That's where I met them, and they're still to this
Wow.
day my very best friends.
That is so awesome. I hope that the viewers can appreciate what you said about open mics.
Yes.
And, you know, people are like, oh, I want to listen to some live music. Who's playing at the coffee house? It isn't always coffee houses. And just check it out. I mean, there's so much talent just simmering. I mean, and I mean, everybody that's there is there to perform or to listen or to be part of. And it's such a wonderful experience.
It really is. It's life-changing for a lot of people.
That's where I like to go and look for talent that I'm not familiar with.
Yeah, it's a great place just as a musician too to go and try out a new song, you know?
Yes.
And meet like-minded people. It's really, and so you may just stumble upon somebody who's just trying out a song, but they're really, you know.
Now, you just casually sprinkled in movies and such. What is that about?
What did I do?
Your music and movies. How does that equate?
Yeah, so I obviously am a songwriter, and I was approached by a few different people who had heard my stuff, and you know, like at these open mics, you know, people have other connections, and if somebody is making a Western documentary and they know somebody I just met at the open mic, they're going to say, hey, I know a girl, you know, so get out there is what I say to musicians, get out there.
Absolutely.
And rub those elbows and make those friends, you know, connections. And so that's what happened. People were passing my name around, and so, you know, I'm not sure who told an executive in LA that was doing the music for a movie that I got to share the credits with Randy Travis and
Wow.
Larry Gatlin, and got to write a song for the movie. Yeah, it was called Outlaws,
Wow.
and yeah, it was an amazing experience. And then people, you know, they send you a movie and you watch it, and then you write a song, and it was really a fun experience. And then other people, you know, I say this with a lot of gratitude, have recorded my songs, you know, or play them live, and that's really just like, wow.
I say, how does that make you feel to hear somebody performing your song?
I mean, it's like seeing your baby, like, you know, in a play. You know, like they just shine. Like it's really fun to watch other people interpret their own art.
Sure.
in that. It's pretty neat.
Very cool. Very cool. So, okay, your early 20s. I remember seeing a picture from, I think it was Capsize, from like decades ago, where you were on that show performing.
Yeah, I was.
So young. How old were you?
Gosh, I think I was about 25.
I was going to say, you look like you were in your 20s.
I think so. I can't remember exactly, but I was in my 20s for sure.
And who'da thunk what
Yeah.
happened all these
Yeah, I mean,
years
it was
later?
this room. That picture that you saw, I was sitting right here in this room, and it was where I met my husband Dave
Yeah.
24 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who'da thunk it?
Yeah, and then this is the room we got engaged. I mean, a lot has happened in this.
I don't want to hear all of it, but that's interesting.
Nothing X-rated.
There's a lot of his. Well, if it is, you can keep it your secret, okay? But I know that this is a historic space for so many reasons.
Yeah.
And one of the biggest reasons, and I am not downplaying any of the productions that are made in this space, but Capsize, your husband's show. The people that he's had on and through. And the fact that you met all those years ago.
Yeah.
And then how long have you been married now?
Just not even a year. Will be, November is when we got married.
So all those years ago, and it started right here in this space, folks.
Yeah.
I keep going. It's so historic. There's so much that's happened here. And here we go. This woman's living proof. All right, so give us another one. What are you going to play for us here?
Yeah, well, maybe I'll play the song that I wrote for my husband, since we've got that one going. that topic. I wrote this song as a secret for our wedding. We had a sweet little backyard wedding in November, and I surprised him during our vows and sang this song to him. It's called A Million Ways. You're every dream I've ever dreamed, every love song I ever sing. Oh, the one thing I'll always need is you, my love. In your arms I found a home, the one I searched for all along. Oh, the greatest love I've ever known is you, my love. Took a million days to find you, love, a million heartbreaks to find you, love. Forever is not enough to show you a million ways I love you. When the world gets to you, I'll be here to pull you through. No, there's nothing I wouldn't do for you, my love. Took a million days to find you, love, a million heartbreaks to find you, love. Forever is not enough to show you a million ways I love you. I know there's nothing I wouldn't do for you, my love.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much.
And that was a surprise, huh?
It was a surprise.
I can only imagine on a day such as,
Oh my goodness.
and then springing something that beautiful on him.
Yeah. I was excited about it.
Very cool. We are going to give Renee a chance to rest those vocals for just a minute, and we're going to play a couple of music videos for you. So enjoy. We'll be right back.
I speak Spanish to you when I'm drunk. means that I'm happy to be here, happy you're here. I might look up our signs in a book and ask you what time you were born, since the stars are still forming. Now it's lips turning upward on sight, a shade reminiscent of a bar lit in crimson. We were hanging all over last night, elbow to wrist to a collar
I hope you enjoyed those music videos. We are going to be talking with Renee Woodward about what you have coming up. You've got a project underway. It's my understanding you are working on an EP?
So I'm recording a record right now with Jimmy George at The Roost, and so excited to share all these new songs and just see what it becomes.
How many songs are going to be on your new release?
Well, that is a really good question.
To be determined.
It is, yeah. I took in about 18 songs, and I think we've cut it down to 12. So, which is exciting because I just I was writing a lot, and I didn't realize how many songs I actually had that were record worthy, which is exciting. And it's fun to watch him take these songs and produce them,
and create,
right? Yeah, he's putting different parts, different places that I've written, and telling me to go write a bridge for this or that, and it's really fun.
How long does it take to produce put this together? I mean, 18 songs. Now, these aren't songs that you're pulling out of a hat that you've had in the background. These are songs that you've just written, or is it is it both?
Yeah, these songs are probably within the last 3 years.
Oh, wow,
so,
okay.
Yeah, maybe more.
Very
4
cool.
years.
Mm-hmm. And then, so you take these songs that you've written in, and then between you and the producer, you decide what's going to be on it, or who, or you just record them all and then decide with the cuts?
Well, we sat down and I played everything for him, and we sort of marked songs out. Oh, this one needs a little more love. Or,
process of elimination.
Exactly.
And then once you have decided what you're going to record, how long does it take before it actually is ready to come to us, the listeners?
That's it's all over the place, really. It is, I know, because studio time, schedules, work, and so we're kind of piecing it together. It'll probably take about 6 months to finish what we're doing.
Okay, so about 6 months to put it together.
Hopefully. Hopefully, maybe longer.
Maybe for Christmas we'll have something to give.
I'd love it. I mean, it has a name. It's called Love Stream Divine.
Why am I not surprised that that's the theme? Love. I'm getting that from you.
Yeah.
All things love, nothing but love.
Nothing but love, yes.
Speaking of which, nothing but love. I am really hoping that on your playlist, and I believe it is a song that you wrote for a mutual friend.
Yes. Yeah.
Tell us about it.
So I was introduced, I'm sure that when I played in this studio when I was in my 20s, I probably met Nathan, and I knew who he was. But I met him as my husband's best friend. And he worked in this studio, and he was a member of the crew and a co-host of my husband on Capsize.
And you're referencing Nathan Oliveras?
I am, yeah. Just a lovely, lovely human. I get a little choked up even just, being here. This was the last time, this place was the last time I got to see him, and he was teasing me about wearing matching shirts with my husband.
Yeah, I bet.
He said it was just too sweet that he needed insulin. He was fantastic and such a champion of people's music and people, and just huge support.
And so you wrote this song.
I did. When I'm in pain or in some sort of feeling, I turn to my guitar, and I wanted to say that Nathan married us. He married us, and we were on our honeymoon when we found out that he had passed, and it was a really devastating time for my husband and for me, but
It echoed throughout Austin.
it did.
Yeah.
It did. I watched it echo, and
was palpable.
I turned to my guitar and I started writing, and usually I know when something's pure and good when I start crying when I'm singing, and so that's what happened. I started singing a few lines to my husband, and he was like, I need to help you write that song. And I was like, yes, let's write it together. And so Dave and I wrote this song. It's called Nothing But Love, which is something that Nathan used to say.
Bigger than life, bigger than love, floating round the sky above us. Time with you is not enough. Fly free with nothing but love. A jester's laugh and the voice of a king. Lead the choir with the songs you're singing. Our angel got his wings. Sing free to the sea. With love and love and nothing but love. Love, love, nothing but love. Another season, another reason, another day to sing your songs. You joined our hearts with love so strong. Cherished words or whole lives long. How could we know that you'd be gone? We'll try our best to carry on. With love, love, nothing but love. Love, love, nothing but love. Another season, another reason, another day to sing your songs.
Like that calls for a moment of silence.
Yeah, it does.
That was so incredibly beautiful. What a
Thank you.
tribute
Thank you. It's very
What a
cathartic,
tribute. To the man. Yeah. I know you played that at his celebration of life.
Yeah.
And is that going to be on the new record?
It will be, yes.
Oh,
it will
I'm
be.
so glad.
And I also got the opportunity to record a video through Penny Brock Productions. Wow. They asked me to record a music video of this song. They were friends of Nathan also and were touched by the song. And I think it's just been a cathartic release for people, and I'm glad that we got to do that.
Now, Penny Rock Productions, that's who did The Back Room, right?
That's right.
Yeah, and Nathan was in that, as
Nathan
well
was
as
in that.
a bunch of Austin artists.
Yeah, I learned a lot watching that movie.
I still want to see the movie.
It's great.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
you'll love it.
excellent, outstanding. That's kind of hard to follow. We're gonna flash to a music video, and we'll be right back while we dry our eyes.
been playing safe for long enough. I hear you well, I know you like the sound. I guess it sorta suits your countenance. I like the north, I like to feel cold. Something in the wind I can lean against. Friends like us are supposed to stay friends. That's why we never acknowledge the chasm. You didn't break my heart, don't flatter yourself and you fall. You cut to the middle of me, but you never let my heart fall. So we're a series of suspended animations, a series of moments of weakness. I could have lasted with some fight left. Thought maybe the sickness would run its course. It was a long road to sudden death. Now you're flushing pills and I'm still a horse. No more old lang signs when the night ends. That's why we never acknowledge the chasm. You didn't break my heart, don't flatter yourself and you fall. You cut to the middle of me, but you never let my heart fall. So we're a series of suspended animations, a series of moments of weakness.
All right, hope you enjoyed those. We are still in the studio here with Renee Woodward, who has been entertaining us in such a beautiful, beautiful way. I believe every song that you have given us has been love related. What a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
What a beautiful thing.
seems to be the only thing I write about. Either love gone wrong or
You had mentioned a music video for that beautiful, beautiful tribute that you wrote, you and Dave wrote for Nathan Oliveras.
yeah.
What is going to happen with that video? Where are we going to see that? Do you know?
I have no idea. I just showed up. And played,
Yeah,
Carole.
when Penny Rock says, "Do you wanna?"
Yeah, it was an amazing experience. It was really sweet. You know, they knew Nathan also, so
Right.
it was, you know, it's nice to share even the pain with other people who
Sure.
loved him.
Well, I think that's why we gather when there's something like that.
Yeah,
You know, we need to grieve, and it's really nice when you can do it as a collective.
yeah.
Yeah, Nathan is, and I promise I won't keep telling this story, but Nathan kind of sort of ultimately is the reason why I'm doing what I do.
Well,
We met, I don't know, 10, 11 years ago, and he was performing. I used to have a nonprofit called Concerts for a Cause with Sean Clace, and he was one of our bands that was performing. And this particular show Sean couldn't make the show, and he was our front man. I was the person in the back. I was doing all the things, and our premise as a nonprofit, what we did was we would raise money and awareness for nonprofits in the area, and we did that through the concerts, through the shows. And so Sean was our front man, and I was the person that did everything with the nonprofits and with the show and everything, just all the other things besides stand at the mic. And so this particular time, Sean couldn't come to the show, and so I had to stand up on the stage and with all those lights and all that. And I am so not this person. I'm very, I don't know, shy when there's attention on me. And so I was really struggling up there underneath the lights, and it was like season of the crickets. And so we're up on and the crickets are leaping at me, and I'm trying not to scream because I'm not a bug person. And Nathan sat over to my right as I was introducing him and heckled me. He knew that it was palpable, it was understandable, and it was obvious that I was very uncomfortable. But he heckled me, and I was so upset with him for doing that to me. And I'm like, how could you do that to me, in my head? And then I realized he was trying to break the tension and distract me from the fear and get out of my head. And it was, we stayed in touch after that. We became supporters of each other, so to speak. And when I started doing my radio show, and he was like my biggest fan, or one of my biggest fans. I think my mom was my biggest fan. But Nathan would listen in, and he would send me messages throughout the show on my phone saying, oh, play this, or oh, play that, or I'd play something and he'd share with me a memory of what what that song did to him or meant to him. And he just always, from that first time and the heckling, became a support to me in whatever endeavor I did. And of course he was on my radio show, and and everybody that's in this area has a Nathan story, because that's who he was, and that's how he was larger than life. He believed in supporting the arts and you as a person. If he believed in you, he was almost a lifer. If he believed in you, he did everything and anything he could to help you on your path. He was an amazing person. Yes, he was. All right, so I thought we'd gotten it all out of our system during those last music videos, but apparently I was wrong. I am actually asking Renee now to do a couple more songs before we close for the day. And she's going to do them back to back. I'm going to ask Renee that when you do the songs, if you would tell us about them, like what they're from, as far as having written them, what the title is. So if people want to look for it or watch for it, if it's coming out on an EP or whatever, just let us know what the name of the song is and if there's a story behind it. Sure. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
I think I'll play a song off my my second record called Mayfly. This song was, I've been in several different songwriting groups, and this was an experiment that I did with a friend. We took a book off the shelf and opened it and pointed, and we had to write a song with either something in this sentence or that sentence, but we only had 2 hours to write the song, so we would split up and write it and then come back. And this song came out of that, and that sentence that we opened that book said, other people's clothes. Summer burns the green to brown, and nothing seems to cool you down. Remember, a change is drawing near. The afternoon breeze is warm. soft and low. Your memory's like a lightning bolt that shoots through me as I am standing still, thinking things I wish I had said and letting all your laughter fill my head. Fly away, Mayfly. Find your home. Can I start that over? The summer burns the green to brown, and nothing seems to cool you down. Remember, a change is drawing near. The afternoon breeze is warm. You lie under a sycamore. The August sun slowly disappears. The birds are singing soft and low. Your memories are like a lightning bolt that shoots through me as I am standing still, thinking things I wish I had said and letting all your laughter fill my head. Fly away, Mayfly. Find your home by the riverside. Fly away, Mayfly. I dream about the autumn change. The cricket's song is loud and strange, just hoping that this will be the year. I'm shaking back to where I am, the season of tolerance. The heat just seems to linger here. I saw you in my head last night, surrounded by fireflies, smiling the way that you used to. But you were wearing other people's clothes and drifting far away from those who weren't afraid to tell you the truth. Fly away, Mayfly. Find your home by the riverside. Fly away, Mayfly. It's hardest to let you go, even though I surely know it's best to enter a room and trust that something else is leading us fills my heart with hopefulness. 1, 2, 3. The morning light comes shining in through a bedroom curtain thin, and I hum a tune I used to know. It was something about love and hate, believing it's not too late to plant a seed and watch it grow. Fly away, Mayfly. Find your home by the riverside. Fly away, Mayfly. Fly, Mayfly. Fly, Mayfly. Fly, Mayfly. Fly, Mayfly. So I think I'll play this song. We've talked a lot about my husband Dave tonight, and we've been through a lot since we got married, and you know, first getting married is just a chore within itself. Having a wedding in your backyard, like you don't just show up, you know. So we did that, and then our honeymoon, and then we lost Nathan his best friend, and then 3 months later, or 2 months later, Dave had a heart attack, and we almost lost him. And he had quadruple bypass, and after he had his surgery, he had these tubes and different things in his heart, different wires, and they would take him out like one at a time, as the days went on. And on this day, they took these wires out of his heart, and I had been having some electrical difficulties with my guitar, and he needed wires. And so on this guitar are what I call heartstrings from his heart, and they are wrapped right here. This was in his heart, and now it's making my guitar work and sound what you're hearing. So I carry him with me always. Some may think it's gross. Believe me, they're wiped. They are wiped and clean, sterilized. So this song is called, well, it's really not called My Heart, but that's what I say. It's about hearts. My heart just can't take it. Every time you come around, my knees get weak, cannot speak, not a sound. My heart just can't take it. Every time you walk away, my love is just not enough to make you stay. There will come a time when you say that you are mine, or you must set me free. Oh, let go of me. Oh, let love be. My heart just can't take it. Being close and letting go. Just let me in, and let's begin to let love grow. There will come a time when you say that you are mine, or you must set me free. Oh, let go of me. Oh, let love be. I have no more time to hear another line about uncertainty. If you're not sure of me, I'm begging you, please. My heart just can't take it. My heart just can't take it. My heart just can't take it.
Renee, that was beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful. I don't know how I feel about the story of the wires holding. I know they mean something totally different for you.
Yes.
I want to thank you for being on the show today. It has
having
been
me.
such a joy and such a pleasure.
Always.
Shout out to your husband for all of the behind the scenes things
Yes, Dave
that he
Pruitt,
has
you're
been
amazing.
has been doing for us on this day. I'd like to invite him back again. If you can hear me, Dave. And I just really appreciate you. Please keep me posted on your progress with your new
I will.
release. I would love to promote that for you, and I'll share with the viewers when that happens and where they can get it.
Wonderful. Thank you.
And ladies and gentlemen, kids of all ages, this concludes our show. I'm going to run the credits and maybe another video. I don't know. Depends on how I'm feeling. We'll see. We'll talk to you next week.
We hope your new realtor plays drums in a band. We hope your new dentist is its front man. We hope live music always makes you proud. Just don't call the cops if if you think it's too loud.